This is round 7 of the F1 2025 Alternate Championship. Now, as you know, this is the Imola Grand Prix round, and to be fair, we don't have many options because we are in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, and within that area there's only one other racetrack that we all know and love. Misano is going to be the racing venue for today's episode. I absolutely love the circuit. It's where AlphaTauri or RB or Toro Rosso have always shaken down their cars at the start of the season. MotoGP also races here as well, and yeah, generally it's a decent racetrack. Now, I saw some of you comment about racing at Mugello, but we're saving that one for when the Italian Grand Prix rocks around for Monza. Now, before we get into the video today, guys, if you want to check the previous race, the alternate Miami Grand Prix around Sebring, which of course is in the Florida area, go check it out. Absolutely insane race, big controversy, and our toughest race so far this season. A genuine challenge, really excellent AI pace, and I really love this. So go check it out on screen now before we jump into spoilers for this video. Now, heading into this round 7, we have the championship standings on screen from the previous round. We picked up a 0, which means that our rivals did close in quite a bit. We still lead the championship. Antonelli is now second. Verstappen closely follows. Hamilton and Leclerc also right behind as well. Then there's a bit of a gap to Hulkenberg in P6, but that top 5 is starting to appear and become obvious. Elsewhere, Alonso down in P9. The big surprise, Lando Norris was the last driver to score his first point of the season last time out in Sebring and sits down in P20. So yeah, very interesting so far. We are second in the constructors. Obviously, it's only myself in the team. Ferrari lead the way. But for this one, we're going to jump into the grid rundown, the randomizer, and see exactly how we stack up. So here we go then. Ollie Behrman is on pole for today's race, followed by Lance Stroll. However, then championship implications. Hamilton is P3, Verstappen's P5, and Antonelli is P8. Elsewhere, Leclerc down in P13, he's going to be the other guy we're looking out for, but crucially, it's Hamilton and Verstappen in the top 5 that we have to try and beat and look out for, so that's not exactly ideal. Elsewhere, you've got both of the Saubers in the bottom 5, McLaren's also fairly out of place, Piastri, P19, and yeah, generally speaking, a fairly mixed up grid, but we're going to jump into it and see how we get on in today's episode, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, I'd massively appreciate it, guys. It really does help out the channel and these videos, and comment your thoughts down below, and let's get into it, and let's go racing around the Misano World Circuit in tribute to Marco Simoncelli. Anyway, here we go. Time for the Imola Grand Prix Alternate Edition. Lights on, and we're off. We're going to try and get the start to the left side right away, using every inch of the track as we get pushed up to the barrier. Through turn 1 around the outside, turn 2 down the inside, picking up a few positions here early on. Good start. Catching the AI, napping here as we almost drive into the back of Leclerc there. Had to take evasive action as we head through these next few corners. We're going to just get Jack Doohan there. We're going to try and get Leclerc, if possible here. Turning up the engine mode to try and hopefully be a bit quicker on the straight. That's P13 already. What an absolutely insane start this has been so far. We now have Albon and Alonso side by side through the hairpin. Cold tyres, of course, so we've got to try and get the temperature up on these hards. We'll see what other compounds AI have gone for. Alonso, Albon still side by side as we head to the fast stuff. The triple right. This one tightens up a little bit, and then it brings us into a hairpin, which is usually a great overtaking spot for MotoGP, but I don't think it's going to be a great spot for F1 cars. Through the penultimate corner, and now into the last corner. Lance Stroll leads the way out front. So we're going to open up lap 2 in P13, so good stuff. Very good opener, already gets us in with a chance of points. You can see Alonso and Albon are still going at it, and we're actually going to get involved here as we slip through on the inside and get Albon, so that's P12. I will say the AI, I think we've got them figured out now. You know, last episode I think we got them right on the money. They were very difficult to beat, and I think today will be a similar story. That's why the start was important, because I think the progress will slow a bit now. It won't be as easy anymore, so we've kind of got ourselves in the mix. Now we're going to see if we can try and hold here for a bit. Again, no idea what sort of compounds the AI are rocking either, but it does seem the majority have opted for the hards, like myself today, so we'll see how that works out in the end. But I'm keen to get some lap times now over the start-finish to really get an idea of where we're at pace-wise. I am currently using the high engine mode on the MG UK to try and hopefully run the pace. Got a bit of understeer there. Fronts are not quite all there is to be fit up to temperature. I went at 15s from Stroll and Gasly, who are, I believe, P1, P2. We do a 16.3. So a little bit slower, but not terribly slow, but still need to try and find a bit more time than that. I've got a lot of understeer right now. That's what I'm feeling like I've got. Just trying to cut out some of this front wash that I have in the corners. You can see Alonso's closing in on Ocon in the Haas. So even though we're not catching Alonso indirectly, we are catching the cars ahead. So that's fine. We've got a healthy gap over Albon, so we're not under pressure. I think this is going to be a great overtaking spot this race. But yeah, so far so good. I love this track. I think the current F1 cars are a bit large for it, but 20 years ago, I wouldn't have said the same thing. I think 20 years ago, F1 could have easily raced it. Seems like if I'm not running the high engine mode, we do drop back a little bit, so I'm going to get back on it for the straights and kind of the faster parts of the track to try and run pace. But let's see, 2 PBs. I just want to get an idea of what our pace is on this lap, and then we'll know where we're at exactly. Stroll 14.8. Our final corner is actually a bit deceptive. You can actually go quite a bit quicker. Do a 15.7, so that's the pace right now. Let's just try and work our way to the 114s and hopefully try and pick things up. You can see there's a bit of a split just ahead here. So you've got Alonso, Ocon, and then I think that's Tsunoda in front, who has just lost contact with the lead group. So looks like we're starting to bunch up here. So we'll try and get involved and also getting more confident now with the car. Ooh, hello. We'll take that. I feel like there's a lot of different lines you can take through that hairpin. We're in the high engine mode. We're going to see if we can try and challenge Alonso. We've got a decent slipstream. And motorbikes, this would be a nailed-on overtake opportunity, but you can see now dirty air. I just can't quite stay close enough through there. So we have to wait a bit longer. This has been a good lap from us though. 14.7 from Stroll. So they're still churning the pace out front. We've had a great exit. Over the line, 15.3. As we head down the inside into turn 1. Alonso just hangs on though. Good defending from him, to be fair. We're going to keep trying. Knocking on the door. Left, right. Back to the left, back to the right. Just trying to get different lines and break the dirty air a bit. Here we go. Might get one chance here. Down the inside. Alonso just hangs on though around the outside, but still there. This is a great scrap as we head to the hairpin. We're going to go quite deep on purpose to try and get an exit. We just get a bit of marbles and dirty track on our tyres, so I wasn't quite able to get the grip. Ran it in a bit too wide, a bit too deep. We'll keep trying. But for now, Alonso does weather the storm. I wonder if I can maybe get the exit out the last corner, like the last lap. Alonso's in a bit wide. Come on. Come on. Still there. Still there. What a battle this is. Absolutely fierce. Up and under. Up and under. Not quite again. Oh, bit of contact out. Almost got the momentum. We're alongside though. Ooh. Just locked tyres at a tricky angle. Still going at it. This is the battle of the season so far. This time I don't run so deep. We've got a bit of a better exit. Come on. Down the inside. Give me that. There we go. Finally. Going to cover the inside here to not get overtaken. And we finally get that move done. What a scrap. Bearman now setting the pace. 14.7. We've now got clean air so we can start to push on again and get back on our pace. But we're going to have to really climb now to catch back up. Work to be done. Let's get stuck in and let's see what we can do. I don't think there's any DRS besides the pit straight, to my knowledge. So we are running on old school rules here with limited DRS. So that's interesting. You can see now, though, I've got this track figured out. Got the racing lines figured out. And we're starting to get quick. Purple mini sectors. We've already got over a second gap to Fernando. So we're looking pretty decent. Gonna crank up the engine mode to go with it in the second half of the lap, where we're of course running these straights. We're going to try and catch Ocon here. 15.2. That seems to be our pace. So a 114 seems a little bit distant for me, so we're not quite quicker than the leaders, but we're quicker than the cars ahead. So we'll try and keep pushing to catch Ocon here. Can't really go any quicker than this. We do get into the 114s though. Finally, that's a good sign. But we're going to need a bit more than that. Ocon 15.2 last lap, so only 3/10 gain. We'll keep chipping away. It's not going to be easy. We are building up to a full charge, so we'll be able to use a bit of that over the next couple of laps to really try and make some inroads. Another good lap coming up though. We're flying on this one. Really quick on so far. I have no idea what the fastest lap is, but this one's going to be close. We're going to be knocking on the door here. That was an incredible lap. There it is, 14.5. That felt so good. We hooked that lap up entirely the whole way through, no mistakes. And we're starting now to knock on the door of Esteban Ocon, fittingly. That was a good one though. 8/10 quicker on that lap, give or take. So you can just about see in the top right the time difference. I'm going to crank up the engine mode here on this one now to try and gain in this faster part. You can see 5 cars there up the road. So potential for more positions. I smell points. One more position and we're in the top 10. So let's keep pushing and trying to close in. That was good through there. We should gain 3 lap time all the way down there straight with the engine mode. And we should hopefully again be knocking in the mid to high 114s, which is quicker than anything the guys ahead are doing, as you could tell by their previous lap times. That's a bit wide there. Got away with that one. That was almost a huge mistake where I locked up and railed the curb and probably ran wide. Let's see what this lap is. Visibly you can see Ocon's right there. We're catching 14.1. That's what the engine mode does. It runs out very quickly though, that's the only issue, but it gets us in the ballpark, and that is where we want to be. In the ballpark, playing with everybody else. Right, here we go then. Let's prepare an overtake on Ocon and get busy with it. Back on the engine mode to definitively close in and get super close. You can just see the confidence now using every bit of the racetrack. Well, that's it. We've now got slipstream as well, so we're going to gain a little bit more on the straights as well. Does seem everyone has opted for hard stay, as we are just about half race distance. Going to go down on engine mode now and charge a little bit as we again rail that curb a little bit. That could have been disaster, but we're there now. So now it's about deciding what's the best place to overtake around this track. Another 14.4, great pace, really, really good pace from us around this track. Oh, bit of a snap there, got to watch out for those. We've worked so hard to get back in with these guys, so we don't want to throw away the progress. Oh, that's a bit wide. Struggling there with the grip. Overheating. And a little bit of dirty air now because we're close to the car ahead. Let's see if maybe through this hairpin I can set something up. Ocon's in a little bit wide. Hello, we might have a chance here. Let's see. Engine mode working away. We're going to get that slipstream now. Wait for it. Thought about the lunge into the hairpin, but I think we've got a good chance out the last corner here. If I can get the line right. There it is. Down towards turn one. Here we go. I'm going to try and give him the pinch. I'm going to go for the up and under. Oh, around the outside on the grass on the entry, but that's a brilliant move. Ooh. Absolutely incredible overtake, that one. Pulled that one off. Managed to set Ocon up exactly how I wanted it. And that is us into the top 10 and into the points. Let's take a bit of a recharge here and prepare an attack on Yuki Tsunoda to try and make more progress as we lock up there. Got to watch out for these curves on entry, but we're quick. Got 10 laps to go next time around to try and get as many of these cars as possible. So let's see what we can try and achieve in the closing stages of this race. Won't be easy, but we'll try and get those points. That was a silly mistake. Big lock up there. I was just starting to close in on Tsunoda, so we're going to have to dip into the energy reserves to try and make up for that down this straight. But we've got to drive perfect to catch back up here. Genuinely, it's Sebring all over again. Got to do everything right to just about beat the AI. There's exactly 5 cars here ahead of us. I think if we could get all those 5, that would be our race. And I'd be very happy with that. You can see there, clear as day, the real-time gap. I think if we could pick all these off, that would be a brilliant result. So we need to start getting aggressive now and basically using every last bit of the battery if we want to try and get close. There's nothing else we can do really. So I'll try and do a bit more charging at different points. Running no deploy to really try and get that battery back, but no deploy is extremely slow. So I've got to watch out. We need to really start making some progress now. We're running out of time and laps, so it's critical that we get busy. We're doing consistent mid 114s, so there's nothing more I can do pace wise. That is where we're at, unless I were to run full power for a lap, which I reckon a high 13 is possible, but battery makes a huge difference and we ain't got a lot of it, so we need to save it in case we get a chance to overtake somebody. You can see Tsunoda there wobbling all the way through that sequence as we really close in now through here. Again, just trying to take different lines to break the dirty air cycle a bit. That's wide from me again. They're lock up on the way in. We do manage to recover it reasonably well. But I'm genuinely flat out here on the limit. I love it. It's just like Sebring, but this time with no incident so far. I'm going to try and take a charge in this final part of the lap, which is where we're quickest, and I can actually run this engine mode. Oh, big one for Tsunoda there this time. That might open the door. Big send into the last corner. I'm going to go for it. Come on, here we go. Oh, Tsunoda broke super late. Or braked. I saw that in the comments last video. This might be our chance if we can set this up. Which we have. Come on. Let's go, let's go. Down the inside. Oh, we banged tyres. Similar to the Alonso one, but this time we hit sidewall to sidewall. But we go through with a bit of contact. literally having to work super hard to get any overtake done here, but we do get P9. We pass Sonoda, and now it seems Antonelli and Lawson are going to start chopping it up. Obviously Antonelli, second in the championship. If we could beat him, that would be great. I'll finish just behind him. We bottom out on the curb badly this time. Starting to run out of tyre wear, or tyre grip. Still got 5 laps to pull something out of the bag here. So we'll try and take a bit of a recharge and prepare a final attack on these cars ahead. Whew. Nearly binned it again. It's impossible. If I want to charge, I just can't gain any time on the cars ahead. It's either one or the other. I'm going to trust I've got enough battery to try and make some progress, because we're running out of time and we need to just get there really, rather than, you know, assume we're going to make it running a lower battery mode and charge on the way through. So we're going to not use the no charge. We're going to leave it in low, and we'll dip into some high through this bit to try and really close these gaps. Come on, here we go. Just got to get close through here. Now, if someone were to make a mistake at the hairpin, that would be a very welcome gift at this stage of the race. We also happen to nail the hairpin for the first time in a while. That was good. No lock-up. We're so good in this final part of the lap that we have a chance here to do something. Alright, come on, knocking on the door. These are the 4 that we've got to try and get. Exit, good. Oh, I'm a bit far back though to challenge, I think. A bit far back. We'll set up a different line through here to see if I can try it and get amongst Lawson here. Oh, bit of contact. Almost managed to get underneath him there properly. Come on, this is it. I don't want to give up too much time if I can help it to the cars ahead. Trying to run wide this time. Still, just, we take different lines through there. Oh, Antonelli's wide. Hello. Come on, come on. We need these overtakes. Critical points in the championship. Down the inside, it's aggressive. Oh, Lawson just hangs on. Come on, just gotta keep trying this. No, DRS is making this very interesting. Same as before, around the outside. That's the one. That's the one we like. We force the car offline and we get the advantage. But we've got to keep pushing. Got to try and get Antonelli now. Still got a bit of battery in the reserve, which is good. And I plan to use it. We're going to stick with the action here, folks, to the very end. If one of these were to run wide and out the hairpin, that would be a very welcome gift. Oh, everyone seems to get through fine. We need a big end of the lap here, big sector 3 to get ourselves close for the last 2 laps. So this has to be perfect. A little bit wide. Big last corner. I'll do fine. Right, here we go. Try and stay close through here. Braking super late. To be fair, these are our championship rivals, Verstappen, Antonelli and Russell. This is exactly where we want to be. It's only Hamilton who's going to get away. We've got ourselves in this fight. The AI is so much quicker than me through that corner. I just can't get close enough. Oh, there it is. Antonelli's wide. There's the invitation. There's the mistake. I'm going to keep this engine mode on. I'm going to try and get this one to the outside. Just use the top end speed. Antonelli's there. Oh my god. This is super tight. Super aggressive. Going to try and set up the exit. Oh, just running out of track. What are you doing on the last lap? Last lap of the race then. Looks like Antonelli's going to be all we can do. Ran the outside this time. Inside for turn 2. Yes, give me that. Try to strangle him out wide a little bit. But we got it. Now the question is it too late for anything else? Up we go on the engine mode. We don't really have a lot left though. I think Verstappen's going to be okay from this. We'll keep knocking on the door though, if they were to make a mistake now. The thing is too little too late. Stroll's going to win this, it seems. Using every last bit of the battery here. Fully sending it through these last few corners to try and get this maximum battery through the last couple of corners. Final corner, it's just a bit too far. GG, job done. P7. Wow, what a race. Even better so far. Race of the season for me. Love that. Really did. Well, there we have it, guys. That is it for the race. Absolutely insane. And these are the final classified results. Very interesting podium. Behrman, who started on pole, finishes 3rd. Stroll wins ahead of Gasly, so they both overtake the Haas. Hamilton finishes P4 in the end, and then also Russell P5 ahead of course, Verstappen and myself. Antonelli, Lawson and Tsunoda scoring the final points. So there is your final top 10 runners. Second half of the table, Ocon, Alonso, Albon, Doohan, Leclerc down in 15th. Poor race for him. Piastri, Sainz, Norris down in 18th. Hulkenberg and Hadjar, and then at the very back, Gabriel Bortoleto. So there is your final results, guys. Absolutely insane. Really fun race. Really enjoyed it. Honestly, Sebring has potential. If we hadn't got taken up by Sainz, it could have been very similar to this one, but I do now feel like I've got the AI and everything in a sweet spot. Unless we encounter a track where the AI by design are not very good, hopefully most races should be like this from now on. So I'm very excited for the rest of the season to see what the future holds. Now, in the meantime, in the background, you would have had the updated championship standings. I believe we'll still be leading the way, but Hamilton and Verstappen will slightly close the gap. I believe Hamilton will move back into 2nd place, if I'm not mistaken, and then Stroll, Gasly, Behrman with that 1, 2, 3 will also move up quite a bit in the table. So yeah, overall, good day in the office, and we go to the next one, guys, which I'm looking forward to because it's going to be Monaco, and I still don't know exactly what to do for that one. So I'm open to some ideas in the comments down below, and if it's possible, I'll try and do it. But yeah, I am still debating, elaborating what exactly we can do. There might not be much we can do, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, guys, hopefully we enjoyed it. A massive shout out to my channel members down below. You're going to have all the mods for this one, for the track and the car, so go check it all out down below. And yeah, as always, check out the 2 videos on your screen for more videos like this one, guys. I'd massively appreciate it. And yeah, cheers for watching, and see you guys next time. Take care, and that's goodbye from me. Ciao.